Yet another crazy day, Bank Nifty down, Nifty down, and if you didn't notice that this is graph for yesterday, then your portfolio also is down. This is the graph for today, not very different from yesterday. The falls remain similar, the sentiment remains similar. Hi everyone, welcome to the update of 13th November. The dates actually don't matter these days. One correction, yesterday I mentioned this as Bank Nifty expiry day. It is not. It will be a normal day. There is too much noise around consumption stocks like Britannia, Nestle. They are all in deep reds. Nestle was actually the first to get in the red zone. Today we'll talk about the recent results of Britannia and Nestle. This will be the nugget for today. This is Britannia, this is Nestle. The graph is really good because there are 4 green stocks despite the huge fall in the mid cap, small cap and even the large cap stocks today. Only 4 stocks were up, 46 down. The 4 up stocks were NTPC, HUL, Tata Motors and Britannia. Consumption, IPO bound. Reliance as usual is trying its best to take Nifty down, followed by HDFC Bank, TCS, SBI, M&M. The top 3 banks, ICICI, SBI, HDFC. They gave a wonderful farewell to Bank Nifty's weekly expiry today. Look at the size of the red bars, look at the size of the green bars. There are actually no green bars. Next 50 had 1 extra green today. Something to be cheerful for the day. However, this is where the deep reds ended yesterday. They extended more than 50% today. Next 50, again 4 stocks only were up. Zydus, Havells, Godrej Consumer, Dabur. Consumption. Even Havells to a large extent is consumption only. Reds are increasing. Adani, BHEL, NHPC, Adani, IRFC. There is something with the Ambani and Adani pack happening right now and it's not pure business. Look at the size of the reds. Today's laggards, HAL, IRFC, Bank of Baroda, Motherson Sumi, Adani Energy. There is a very tiny personal and household which is the consumption stocks which was up today. Rest all is the tail. The largest 5 sectors by market cap were sulking. Adani Enterprises led diversified industrial is at the top in terms of investor returns last 2 weeks. Software has come at the top today despite today's contribution being negative because today's negative contribution from other sectors was huge. See banking here minus 18%, oil and gas minus 11%. The sector which have lost most money for investors in the last 2 weeks, renewable energy, coal and chemicals, which is essentially Asian paints. Not much to talk about in Nifty today. Reliance is in red, Bajaj Finance has entered the red zone and nothing had low volumes. These green zones are now at the boundary 0.91, 0.91, 0.92. Now one very interesting thing happened in Nifty today. See this 200 DMA 23,524. This was broken. See this part? This is bad. If Nifty goes below the 200 DMA, we are in bear territory strictly and Nifty has been oversold for a while now. See Bank Nifty nearly at that juncture, hardly 250 points. Bank Nifty also no green. The fall in the smaller banks was higher. Nothing with low volumes. Today was exit. Stock names don't matter. Dump. Federal Bank, Karur Vyasa, they are far off from lows right now, red zones. But once they are there, this entire pack will be red. Look at the P's of these banks. Karnataka Bank 5.6, 5.2 for Ujjivan. In 4 years, South Indian Bank can give you the complete stock price as EPS. And to my knowledge, none of these banks is right now posting negative results. The panic is getting into the zone of unreasonableness now. The red zones have spread to PSU banks, IOB, UCO, Union, Bank of India, Punjab and Sindh. The investing pack was in trouble today. Motilal Oswal 7% down, Angel One, JM Financial 5% cuts, KFintech 6%. Either this is madness or last 3 months were madness. Nothing with low volumes. Now this sector may fall a lot because there is a lot of fat here. The first to recover in this pack, whenever there is recovery, it will be probably BSC, Motilal Oswal, HDFC AMC. Bajaj Finance has enjoyed the highest P for decades in the NBFCs. See its P now 26. It is among the cheaper NBFCs now. IRFC is more expensive. See the decimation in Bajaj Finance? Oversold. Today IT sector also cracked, but the cracks were not that big. IT will remain defensive. When literally everything is falling, there is no point in talking about auto sector. The electric bus manufacturer Electra, that's also in the red zone now, and still the P is 103. When auto is in red, auto ancillary will be worth only 1% more. Some of these stocks which are fundamentally very strong, for example Motherson Sumi, they are threatening to go below 200 DMA. These are among the strongest ancillary companies in the country, in fact Bosch in the world. Exide has already crossed 200 DMA as well as 50 DMA. In fact 50 DMA and 200 DMA are about to converge. This will be a calamity. No point talking about defense as well. This is among the least preferred sector. This will get hot probably just before budget now, not before that. Now this kind of dumping usually means retail is going out for 6 months to 1 year at least. Metals are also reflecting the sentiment. Everything down. No place to hide in power. Renewables continue to crack. Premier Energy down another 5%. Suzlon 10%. India's power consumption is not going down. If there is increase in raw material price, that will be passed on to consumers. No one has two electric connections. No one will get it disconnected because they lose a job or electricity is costly. They may reduce their consumption by 5%, 10%. That's it. This is yesterday, not today. Today is not very different. 2% down for Bank Nifty, 1.4% for Nifty. The cuts in energy, next 50 and auto were deeper. DIs are back today. I mentioned that yesterday or day before that DIs may buy a lot just before the elections to stabilize the market. But there is something funny about the FIDI data today. It was released 2 hours late today. Swiggy's IPO, a lot of hype was created that this will be a flop IPO. A lot of retail people would have sold very first thing in the morning when it got listed, and then it shot up. Bank Nifty weekly expiries, last one happened today. This was among the most popular ones, more popular than Nifty. Now there is some issue with gold and silver prices. This has not been actually updating for last few days. I will fix this problem tomorrow. These graphs are working fine. Bitcoin 88,000. Rupee made lifetime low yet again, 84.4, then came back. Brent continues to be below 73. This time the inflation worries are despite crude being so low. Usually we are sulking when crude is 120, 130. And Nvidia is now heading to the $4 trillion club. About 15 days back, I had sold several stocks. One of them was HUL. I had 5 units and I had dumped all of them. I started buying back today. I bought 1 unit of HUL for now. I had also sold HDFC, ICICI Bank, Page Industries. I've also sold some of the microfinance stocks in losses. I will now start buying back slowly. Now I may be confusing because at times I say I am buying, at times I am selling. But this is the nature of market. You have to be dynamic. You can't take a firm decision. Right now markets are oversold. I don't know till what level they will fall, especially if it is more than economics. I was trying to understand why FIs are heading out, why China is appealing more to them. So yesterday I continued with my analysis. This is yuan versus INR. Yuan is the blue line. Chinese yuan was getting stronger last year, November onwards. I showed you the export data a few days back. INR was getting weak. Now here both of them started getting weak. This is still about July of this year. After that suddenly yuan became strong. But India continued to weaken. There's a bit of stagnation here. Now this particular zoom level does not tell anything, so I zoomed further since June. Right now, India as well as China, our currencies are weakening compared to USD. If both currencies are weakening, then INR weakening or US dollar becoming strong is not the reason for FI exit. So I think there is a lot more to this than inflation and FIIs, the current fall. So I thought I'll analyze Nestla and Britannia, my favorite shares which have fallen a lot. And Britannia, I have started increasing my holding. Nestle, I have not sold my holding. Will you change your preference if you consume Nescafe? Some people may be consuming brew also, that's fine. If you eat Kit Kat, will you change your chocolate? Do you know what is the price of this coffee? If it increases by 5 rupees, will you change your preference? This is the best product perhaps from the Nestle stable. A lot of companies manufacture instant noodles. There is no competition to Nestle. The large pack of noodles, do you remember how much it costs? If that price goes up by 10%, will you reduce your Maggi intake or change your brand? If Nestle's Cerelac and all the new stuff that got launched in India recently, if that becomes costly by 15%, will you give a different baby food to your kid, to your newborn baby? Lactogen has 95% market nearly in India. Ferex has just 5%. Now this is a commodity. No one cares for the brand of the milk or curd you consume. And these are new products. Kellogg's has a monopoly in cereals. Now my favorite section, Nestle. What is happening with promoters? No change at all. What are FIs doing? No change. They reduced after March. What they are doing after September, I don't know. They have chosen to sell in October, November for a specific reason because the numbers will be out in January mid only. DI is increased, public sold. When stock is falling, Nestle started to fall at least 1.5 months back. Public is selling. Quarterly result, I would be really worried when sales dip. Sales have not dipped Q on Q. Last quarter was 4,800. What matters right now is the inflation concern. The sales were higher, expenses were higher. This is a difference of around 300 crore. Expenses were higher by 200 crores. Profit before tax Q on Q was higher, better. So last quarter's dip has been overtaken. 1251, 1312. This is March quarter. Even September 2023 to September 2024, profit before tax is high. What is the problem we are talking about? 10.2 EPS. 7.7, 9.4. Where is the slowdown? Now Nestle is investing 4,200 crore by 2025 just in Odisha in their 10th factory. In fact, the overall capex is around 6-7,000 crore. This is the highest they have done in India. They have been in the country for decades, among the oldest foreign companies. And they have lot of products in US that they have not launched in India. They have launched some of them recently. Now I'll also tell you there was one day when Maggi was banned for about 3 months, 4 months time. Nestle came back and made a new high after that. So I'm sure they will take care of the situation. They have seen this many times in their lives. Britannia's 10 rupee pack of Good Day biscuit is among the largest selling biscuit pack in the country, probably after Parle G. And if you have money, then there are better biscuits or costlier biscuits available. They have lot more products and some of them you might be consuming right now also. In some of them like cheese, paneer, there is no loyalty perhaps, curd also. But Britannia has the largest capacity and it is the largest selling brand in the snacks business. These are some more products. I've been eating this particular cake for decades, perhaps 30 years. You will see their breads in most grocery stores. This is the largest selling Rust Toast, I believe. This is a new launch protein bar. It is a hot commodity in the youngsters these days. Now Britannia's shareholding pattern, promoters don't do anything, they don't sell, they have majority. FIs have increased. DIs have reduced a bit and public also has reduced. So FIs have bought both of these shares. Do you think FIs could not sense that this quarter numbers will be not so good for many companies? The numbers, June 4,250 crore, September 4,668 crore. September 2023, 4,433 crore, 4,668 crore. Increase in both cases. Expenses 3,562 became 388, 3,497 became 388. That's okay. OPM is lower because expenses are higher because raw material is expensive. Now palm oil will increase further. So there will be further pressure on Britannia. Sell it. Is this the first time Britannia is seeing inflation? Net profit September 586, September here slightly less. This is higher than previous quarter. The company is profitable. It is not making losses. Enough cash to invest in the businesses. They are launching new products, millet bread, bonbon shake, NutriChoice snacks, more croissants. Also, one more very interesting thing I'll tell you. In case of Britannia, it is not true in case of Nestle. Britannia is not a big manufacturer. Britannia outsources a lot of manufacturing. It is a brand. So the typical cost pressures will be on the manufacturer or their partners. Britannia may agree to certain increases, but in general, it will be divided between the two companies. Also, Britannia has the power to increase prices. They may not be able to price their biscuit of 10 rupees at 12 rupees, maybe, but shrinkflation, they will reduce the grams of the biscuit. Remember Parleji, the packet used to be this long. The price is same. The packet is this size now. They will take 1-2 quarters, but they will overcome this. They will bounce back very strongly. By that time, FIDI would have done their tank full. Retail would have been selling. Then they will see the profit rising. They will increase the P. They will buy again at higher prices. Who will sell? FIDI. The cycle continues. The next recession will probably be in 2028. Hope this section was useful and it may be helpful in seeing your portfolio rates tomorrow better. Thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow.